Welcome to another episode of the Attic Fables podcast. At the Attic Fables, I tell interesting stories to help motivate you to live a better life. Today's story is about ants. Ants can teach us some important life lessons. When I was a young kid in the first and second grade, I lived outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. In the early 1960s, Las Vegas was much smaller than it is today. Our house was surrounded by desert, and the world I played in as a little kid was the hot, sandy Nevada desert. I loved living in the desert, and I had lots of wide open spaces and wonderful places to explore. The views from my house were spectacular. I had desert vistas with mountains in the distance. Mount Charleston was the highest mountain, and its snow-capped peak was not far away. As children of the desert, my friends and I had lots of interesting things to do. We often looked for lizards and other desert creatures and insects. One of the most common desert insects is the ant. Nevada has big ants, lots of big ants. Lots of big black ants and lots of big red ants. My friends and I would catch these ants and put them in large glass jars filled with sand, and then we'd watch them make tunnels. If you've ever kept ants this way, then you know they're very easy to keep alive. Ants only require a small amount of food and water. A typical ant colony is divided into different castes. Each caste has a different responsibility. Most ants are worker ants. A worker ant's main responsibility is to feed the queen and the drones who mate with the queen. Without the unceasing efforts of the worker ants, the colony would soon die. In the Bible, we read about ants. Believe it or not, King Solomon wrote a proverb that has a story about ants, and King Solomon says, "Ants are not strong folk, but they prepare their food in the summer." Solomon's point is to encourage us to work hard to prepare for the future. We must work hard while we're young and save for the future because a day is coming when we won't be able to work. What we do today will determine the quality of life we'll be able to enjoy in our retirement years. Right now, your greatest concern is probably providing for your family. Retirement may seem like a long way away. Let me encourage you to be wise like the ants. Don't wait to prepare for the future. Start putting a little aside in a savings now so that when the time comes, you'll be able to enjoy your life in your golden years. I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode of the Attic Fables podcast. You can read additional stories at atticfables.com. Until next time, remember, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you've done, God loves you.